At the end of the day, Joe Biden picks Kamala Harris, and it is, by many people's estimations, Heather, a safer choice.
We heard from President Obama via Twitter, and he mentioned the challenges facing the country. There are a number of them. First and foremost, the coronavirus, then an economy hammered by the pandemic, and then, of course, you have the issue of policing. Why is Harris a smart pick to address these issues?
Well, she's been a prosecutor for many, many years, so she could speak to the legal side of things, and that's important. And as a California senator, as a senator from the state of California to the United States Senate, she has sat on numerous committees dealing with a lot of these issues. So if you look at the totality of her background, she becomes somebody who, along with the fact that she's a diverse candidate, may have been, call it the perfect choice. Now, she did run into some trouble in the Democratic primary and on the debate stage, so she's going to have to work hard on that as well.
Yeah, list a few more, Joe, Brian, of her strengths, of Harris's strengths. Obviously, she has a lot of experience.
Oh, absolutely. And the other thing is she's very, very smart. She's articulate. She knows certainly Democratic politics. She's been working in it forever. She knows people across the country. That's important. She is from a different part of the country than Joe Biden. She's from California. And so that gives you some geographic distance from the person at the top of the ticket. So for all of those reasons, and the fact that I think people think within the Biden campaign that if Joe Biden has some trouble over his 4-year term, Kamala Harris can step in and be president of the United States.
Okay, we talked a little bit about her strengths. Let's now talk about her vulnerabilities. And you mentioned some of the criticism that she faced during her presidential run as a state and local prosecutor, and specifically her record on criminal justice reform. Do you think that's going to be a problem, as we continue campaigning until November?
Well, she'll be hit hard on it, but at the end of the day, people who are going to be voting Democratic are voting for this ticket anyway. Her record can be assailed by Republicans, maybe, but the fact that she might have been tough at times on crime, that's not something you want to talk about if you're a Republican. What you'd rather talk about is perhaps the joke that you heard a number of times about her finding humor in smoking marijuana, and yet she prosecuted a lot of people for marijuana-related crimes. Things like that, we'll see whether the Republicans go after her on those points. But at the end of the day, her liabilities are that a lot of people in polling and otherwise don't find her as likable as other people. And she's got to really work on her likability factor. And I, frankly, don't know how you do that, but it's something that showed up in numerous polls.
Yeah, we'll see if she makes any adjustments in the coming months. All right, Brian Sobel, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, Heather.
And reaction continues to pour into the selection of Kamala Harris from lawmakers all across the country. For more, be sure to download the KTVU mobile app. It's all there, right there on the homepage, and you can find the app in the App Store.
Well, California's latest report on new coronavirus cases includes cases that were held up